Hello everybody, my name is Nathan. Welcome back to Let's Play New World Order as Orenburg. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we are trying to improve the industrial capacities of Orenburg. So far it's going okay. We've reformed the military somewhat, so our troops are no longer trash tier, they're now just bad tier. That's an improvement. It's a small one, but it is an improvement. So we were trying to get into our way into factions to get us off of demilitarized economy into civilian economy. Now, what are the major changes in that? Is that in the economic laws? Social? There it is. Okay. It goes from demilitarized, like basically all the way down here at the bottom, to civilian, so 50%, 25, 25. So, pretty decent upgrades to most things. I mean, the civilian factories don't build as fast, but I don't think that's actually really that big of a deal. Urban food storages, the ration queues are long this week. Not that the queues aren't an annual problem in a society governed by socialist dialects and unresponsive production change, but the food queues are abnormally long for the season. A few tradesmen and laborers notice the anomaly and quickly dismiss it, assuming that it's simply a breakdown in Farmers Guild or a transportation issue. A few councillors notice and even fewer care about something that is not in their direct jurisdiction and does not lead to money filling their pockets. Half-hearted measures are brought up, politely listened to, and tabled. First in one queue, then another waiting. Time stretch wildly out of proportion. Half an hour to 2 hours, 6 hours a day, 2 days. Crowds grow restless, demand answers from sweating bureaucrats that later have none to give. Eventually, one queue breaks down completely and rushes the unprepared militiamen guarding the local food depot, overwhelming them. And there they find the truth. To be more precise, that they find nothing at all. The depot's cleaned out and not a sheaf of barley remains. Before the end of the week, the scene will be repeated multiple times in a city, starting to notice the scars on his face, the trauma it has endured. And in the rural communes, the clock ticks on farmers watching their livelihood collapse, their families, and the commune as a whole. Death readies its sight. The harvest is coming soon. Rural famines grants political power. Oh, famines are fun. Who is not a fan of a small famine that actually apparently had no modifications at all? So, you know what? The famine's already over. Everything's actually okay, Don't worry about it. So we have another 10 more days until we can actually go our way into the factories. We're very, very quickly approaching the dizzying with success here. Of course, we also got to make sure that Orsk doesn't, they're pretty close. As soon as they're done this, they can immediately go to deep in the west and attack us. Hopefully they pierce the mountains or attack anybody else. Just do not attack me, Orsk. That's literally all I demand of you, is do not attack me first. Any of these other two people, yeah, you know what? This guy, go kill the NKVD. Just go do that. Stay away from my little commune. Quickly, build up my military. We got level 2 forts. Keep building. Faster. How long until this is done? June 15th? That's still months from now. Good friends mean good money. Into the factories. Theoretically, the AI could also do, one of these other things. But chances are they will not. So we got these two. Let's go to heavy industrial commerce. Yeah, one division. Again, how many troops do they have? They have 4 divisions. That is quite a bit. We are still missing literally like a few hundred manpower at best. What is your problem? Why are you not 100%? Is it because of HP 119? The manpower issues here as well. If I consolidate you, will I get rid of all 3 divisions? I'm really not too sure, so I'm not going to do it. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. 315 days for the next level of computing. Let us do that. So, Orenburg, things are but we have really good computers. Our computers are top-notch. And by top-notch, I mean they're from 1950. But still, all things considered, top-notch. Okay, so we'll see very soon what he has in store for us. If I have to, I'll just deploy these guys quickly. I mean, they're less green than these guys. I mean, they have more experience. Also, we should probably get like a planning bonus at least, or try to. I want you to be on that front. You can see there's a very tiny purple box. It's like the box should be colored in. Instead of this very tiny light purple line that you might on YouTube you might not even be able to see. The famine picks up. Oh, that's not great. Like constricting road, food shortages wrap itself around the throat of the communes. In the absence of effective policy making, the famine festered in the dark puddles and quiet streets of Orenburg. It festers no longer. Instead, it is here in taverns and houses and halls, all the way up to the council itself. Hunger, want, pain, fear. There's talks of rioting, looting, taking what they can before the weakness makes it impossible to move. Councilors gather their families and prepare for the impromptu exodus to the rural communes. Perhaps they will be safer among the fields. For Orenburg, the gilded lily of the Urals is beginning to wither, and the insects are about to swarm in. Perhaps there will be safer life outside. In the abundance of agricultural form, the collapse germinated in the rural farmholder villages, and now in the anger of the farmers' eyes, exploded in the violence of the system built on their backs, slides off and crumbs into the dirt. Riot and countermeasures, insurrection. The communists are breaking off the dying hives of the city, and now we find ourselves equally powerless to confront the catastrophe that awaits them. Some prepare an emergency move into the cities. There are little food there, or perhaps people keep each other safe. For the bread baskets of the communes are baskets no longer, but jagged as traps. Perhaps there will be better things outside. And day by day, the communes weaken a little bit more, and the struggle a little less. And the rope tightens just a little bit more, and the horrors. And the horror theater of the Orenburg commune continues. Again, not great. It's still not actually having effects, unless it's somewhere in here. No, it's here, it's just not in this list. I think they're just invisible. I think all of these are supposed to be here, but they're just not showing up properly. We have 4th division. On the bright side, we have a 4th division. So everything's okay. That's a 33% increase to the size of our military. But we're about to have a heavy industry. That's almost as good. Say what you want to say. Say what you want about the old, old council, but nobody was starving then. People are very angry all the time, but they weren't hungry. Heavy industrial commerçant. Plowshares in the swords. Establish heavy industry commerçant. As demand increases, supply must increase in unison. That's the foundation of all economic theories. Our communists have developed plans for larger manufacturing plants producing anything from tin cans to utensils to bicycles and shovels. These glorious new plans will bring prosperity and newfound growth for the communes, not to mention improve the supply of our military by making new locally manufactured weapons readily available, with reliable new munitions and parts to spare. The wheels of progress. Are you the new division? No, I only want, only one. Delete you. Yeah, so you're basically at full strength. Not enough manpower to train, but you're so close. 18th of May. Oh, a 5th division. Excellent. You'll be ready on the 21st of May. Oh, maybe you will not. 23rd. It's just waiting for more manpower. So whenever the next tick is. Is that at the end of the month? Is it at the end of the week? I'm really not too sure when the manpower pool ticks. But these guys are actually regular. They're not the crappy militias anymore. Is it on the, oh, it's the name after the cities. Okay, that actually makes perfect sense. Soon we will have a 6th division. Soon we will have a 6th division. Eventually. Maybe we will. It's hard to say. What if I maybe just put this on medium priority? Will that give us more troops? I'm really not too sure. Gonna add 2 more units. I mean, yeah, they already have guns. That's fine. They just need the manpower. But at least you're not too worried anymore. It's still risky. You don't think that you're better. These 5 troops don't think they're better than this 1. We have 30 divisions. They have 5 to 7. They have an artillery apparently, which is not too great for us. A workers' republic. Let us try to get everything here. Is sorted in order. Scoring Germany. Yeah, definitely about to be Brahmin. foreman. But other than that, you know, things are looking pretty okay. England's still pushing away into Cornwall. How many men have died in the Cornwall War? No, that's the Civil War. 6K, 20K. So yeah, you know, not too much. The South Africans lost that war terribly. Like, it wasn't even a contest. Like, how many troops do you have? You have probably 30th divisions. You have like 20 divisions, but they're very, very compact. In Vienna. So they might just have a lot of supplies, so they can maybe just hold out for a long, long while. And just like never actually die. So we're 45% stability, so we are now taking penalties. Not great. War support, mobilization speed, recruit population factor. If we could just have war support. Which I don't think, this will bring Orenburg somewhere closer to centralization. But that doesn't matter anymore. At all. This doesn't matter. The gods of the north. Reports have slowly been flittering down from the movement of distant communists in Siberia. What it is, really, we cannot say, but the fact is that any form of news is leaving that region alone has set many to be wondering what exactly could be happening. Surely, if the communes are making any kind of stir for the first time in 20 years, there must be something important. Reports speak of stirrings of religious. Those few traders that make their way that far north over the East Siberian trade routes have spoken of entire communities chanting in prayer, of churches being filled to the brim, and some figure pushing them onward. Nobody knows exactly what is being spurred on by the action, but the people of Siberian keep praying for one man. They call him the Father. Is that somebody that we can actually see? Is it this dude? I doubt it. It's probably not you. Maybe it's this guy. I mean, Siberia is this way, isn't it? But I do not know who it could possibly be. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Chances are they're probably not even in the mod right now anyways. Famine in rural areas. The results of the industrial plan seem to be reaping a new toll among the populace, this time the rural areas as well. The famine, which has started as a comparatively minor urban food shortage, has sprawled into an epidemic of hunger among rural farmers. Already, Malakov formed workers' councils attempting to act against the famine by handing back land and increasing quotas on the collective farms. With the watchful eye of Orenburg's guard over the farmers, some say the crisis will soon come to an end. Modified rural fam. Is that better or is that worse? I don't actually know. It may be slightly better, but it's impossible to say. Oh, is it this guy? Are you father? I mean, it looks religious, but that's also not Siberia. This is Siberia, is it not? Do I not know where Siberia is? This is the Workers' Republic is soon. Have you decided honor the deal? Is that... Oh no, okay, they just used to stab deep into rural territory and twist a knife. So they've decided not to attack me. Those of the brigade would be more content. Honor the deal. But like they've he doesn't exist anymore. Oh, there's the clearing the war. Okay, no, they're much further away than we thought. Okay. Excellent. Didn't we already read this one? Oh, okay, we already read that, yeah. It's exactly the same event as it was before. You still got the reducing hormones. Your bandit state. Oh, another little territorial dispute between these guys. Apparently it ended very quickly, though. So I'm hoping with, like, 5 divisions and soon maybe a 6th one. Are we at our population capacity again? Like already? We're actually above it. We're at 2.7. Somehow, even though our max looks like it'd be 2.5. We need to actually be able to recruit more people into our army. A Workers' Republic. And then we'll go down our final tree here. The necessity of political centralization. just more political power, which will actually give us a free military factory. The Republic of Workers. The factories have proven their worth time and time again, and as such, so have the factory workers, just like their fathers, brothers. I know it's very similar. Like, as a result, they must grow in favor over the peasants whose work, although it's actually like the exact same events again. My guess is that the tractor one was supposed to be different, but it's not, because that was the exact same events about the Workers' Republic. So 35 days. We are about, what, a handful of months away from the end of our tree? Yeah, Goring has won the Civil War. Not a huge surprise. Do they reincorporate Berlin back into the country? I have no idea. Or do they attack the capital? Oh, no, there we go. Goring's Reich. The German Civil War, the most devastating bloody conflict ever to consume Germany. Really? That's the most bloody Civil War ever? Was the not World War II? Okay. The most devastating bloody conflict to ever consume Germany has finally ended with Hermann Goring emerging as the victor, with much of the Heer and Luftwaffe siding with Goring during the war, proving to be crucial to his success. Führer personally thanked the Wehrmacht during the speech at the Volksschale today. With Goring publicly advocating a militaristic policies before the war, many now fear how deep the influence of the military may grow, and how long it has been before Germany finds itself in a new war. Yet the nation is in ruins, a collapsed economy, and weary populace. However, the true future of the Reich remains uncertain. Whilst many may fear for the future, however, many are now simply glad that Goring's military might has brought peace today. Peace has returned to Germany. So yeah, this guy's still in charge of Crimea, but you know that's not that important. That's you know, side news. It doesn't really you know, concern us. So this I see doesn't give us anything. Requires futures ahead. You also don't have any meetings or any events. Neither do you, actually. Do any of these have events? No. It's not until it looks like the last tree. Oh, that's a free military and a free civilian slot, so that's pretty good. Increasing the food supply. You've done it. Things are a little bit better. The amount of stomach scrambling has been noticeably decreased. Each day, farmers are working overtime, bringing tons of stable crops to the city to be processed and distributed. Parents that once had to sacrifice their own food for their children now happily share a hearty meal with their boys and girls each night. While some poor men and women may still be worried about the security of the situation, it seems that we will soon rise out of the famine and achieve new heights. More importantly, the high command of our humble state is no longer scrambling to try to alleviate the crisis. With swift reaction, the struggle may be the boost we needed in the eyes of the public. Locally owned newspapers herald the effectiveness of the Workers' Council and streamlined light welfare foundations built as a result of the famine. Even now, an expansion of the welfare provided to more countrymen and farmers is in progress. Well, once the invention of a city is spreading its wings, our comments outside of urban sprawl will be alleviated in the greatest renewals of Orenburg has ever seen. So, you know, things are slightly better for us. Are we actually gaining points? No, we're still losing points because it's still technically a famine. It's just a famine is a lot less bad now than it was before. Which, again, is still an improvement. So everything's okay. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, run a thumbs up. If not, enjoy, click a thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.